I'm sorry. I do not have the usual energy that I have. This trade's made me very upset. I was at work, and my coworker was the one who broke the news to me because I'm actually not a guy that checks my phone at work. And then I heard it's like, hey, Whit, the Quinn Hughes might be on the move here to Minnesota, and I instantly held my head, and the first reaction I had was, "Is Brock Faber coming back?" And then I thought about it. I'm like, stupid question. They're totally gonna have Quinn Hughes and Brock Faber. They got to give to somebody else. That was my first thought, and then I was like, okay, let me check the return. I'm like, you gotta get 4 pieces at least. So I go and check the return, and I see 4 pieces. I was hoping 5, but I saw the 4. But the 4 was actually more value than the ones that I did a mock proposal of. Actually, that like the 4 pieces, the 4 assets. I mean, the first rounder was there, but like the 3 that they got, that like those are pretty solid like picks. Like let's be honest, like nobody is winning a Quinn Hughes trade. You trade a player of Quinn Hughes' caliber, number 1 or number 2 defenseman in the world, you're going to lose. Like you're not gonna win a trade. Okay, but what you are going to do is you're going to get players back that can help you. That's the key, right? And a couple of other things. The locker room, I think the noise will be down for a bit, and that should be better for the locker room. But just so many things to unpack here, guys. Just like I said, like I'm not happy. I don't have my usual energy. I'm not happy because Quinn Hughes is my favorite player. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually not happy. Like Quinn Hughes is my favorite player. Tough to see the captain go. Quite frankly, it's tough to see 2 captains in 4 years go, guys. That's really tough. And like no one can tell me that they didn't see Quinn Hughes trade coming. I saw it coming. I really did, and I think we just knew it was a matter of time. Like I just think about the body language on the ice. Like that should have given it away. Quinn Hughes never did that before, never. And then this season he had that, right? Like so, like I knew already. Like that's got to be it, right? Like that, right? And then now a surprise team from out of nowhere came in and you know took Quinn Hughes. Okay, I mean I might be a dreamer for this, but like you know when Bo Horvat got traded, part of me was like, oh, okay, maybe we just trade Horvat and hopefully he comes back in 2 years. And then it hurt me to see that he re-signed with the Islanders. So here I'm just hoping that Quinn Hughes, we get this guy, we trade him, we get these assets, and we hope he comes back. Like that. That's just me being a big dreamer. I know the odds of that aren't really high, but that's what I really want. That would be the ultimate dream, like to see Quinn Hughes come back. That would be the ultimate dream. I don't think it's going to happen, but I really hope that would be the ultimate dream because I think I kept reading every single article. I went online, I looked at everything, and there was a part that was said that Quinn Hughes wanted to be here. Yeah, he wanted to resign, but we just didn't build a team that could win in his prime. And that is the really sad part here, guys. Like we couldn't build a team that could support him. And he didn't want to be here for that. Right? And there's very few players that you could have on a team. Like the Sedins were one that no matter through thick and thin, they stayed. Right? But anybody less than Sedins, it doesn't mean that they're bad people. Right? Like he didn't want to be here because of the winning part, but he really liked it here in Vancouver. I'm telling you. Right? He really did. I'll make sure to get to your comments later, and I'll definitely break down the trade and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go back up here. Let me see if I can do a different bit of a layout here, guys. Let's see here. No. This is the return. Marco Rossi, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't dislike the player. Right, let's go over the first guy. I do not dislike Marco Rossi. What I don't like is that our top two centers now, arguably our top three if you count Heedle, all three of them are either a combination of injury prone or easy to get knocked down. So that's why I was happy that the Canucks didn't trade Ratu a first and Braden Coots for Rossi for that very reason. But now that we have him, of course you would take Marco Rossi over anyone, and he does play pretty good defense, and he's tougher than you think, right? So maybe he can turn out to be good. Ogren, like he's one of those Dave Hall prospects that was mentioned, something that Quadrelli mentioned, and he was one of my favorites out of all of them. But I really hope that he's not going to be a bust. He's the most risky out of all these guys. Yeah, I hope he turns into something. Like right now, he doesn't even have any goals this season. He's got that nice negative beside him. That stat. The defenseman. I looked up to this defenseman, and I think he's one of the best prospects, best defensive prospects there is, and I think he's the key to this deal. This prospect is the key to this deal. If this guy lives up to the hype and he's even somewhat close to Quinn Hughes, maybe even close to Quinn Hughes, like that would be amazing. If this guy was close to Quinn Hughes, if he can just somehow be that offensive defenseman, PP1, control the play, do all that stuff, I would be ecstatic, right? And then if the other guys hit and continue to do well, that would be awesome. Right. And of course, that 2026 first round pick, it's a unprotected one. So wherever Mini finishes, that's the type of pick that we're going to get. I don't know. I think right now that pick could end up being anywhere between 15 and 20, right? I don't see it going lower than 25, but that's where I see their range at 15 to 25. So that's two picks in the first round, right? Dare they flip the trade, right? Like dare they flip this pick? Like they said they're not going to flip it unless it's for something amazing. Please, Canucks, do not flip the pick. I would love to see them draft 2 times in the first round, especially in a deep draft. Please draft 2 times. Okay, and honestly, they got all the noise out of the way. Like my guess is Sherwood's the next one to be traded. Kane's got to be on the list, and they're gonna still try to get a whole bunch, right? So it's still possible, guys. Still possible that the Canucks can draft more than twice in the first round. They can still do some stuff. Okay. Some other thoughts that I wanted to share. This quote right here. Rob Williams, it's a sad day. The Canucks failed to do anything around Quinn Hughes, and now the best defenseman in franchise history has been traded. Hopefully, this kicks off a patient rebuild. Sell, sell, sell. Yeah, like this is the thing that bothers me the most, guys. Like, this is what bothers me the most. You went through a tough time. You ended up getting Quinn Hughes, Pedersen, Besser, and Demko. You went through a tough time and you got all those players. And you just couldn't build anything significant. And that's probably why Quinn Hughes gave that shot at the Canucks after the Detroit game, talking about their prospects and how good they drafted and how good their farm system is. You look around, our depth isn't at that level, right? So that's really sad. right? So to see this happen, I hope the Canucks really learned their lesson. I hope Aquilini really learned this lesson. Like, if he just did the Mike Gillis rebuild and got 4 first-round picks that first year, like, maybe all this could have been avoided. But it seems like they're willing to do this type of rebuild. And if they're willing to do this type of rebuild, they only need to do it for a couple years, and then you take your chances. But you got to have like 8 guys on the team. I'm not talking 8 superstars, but like 8 guys that are a combination of top 4 defensemen, top 4 D, and right? Like you need those. Right? You need a lot more of those players. That's the key. Right? Having just those 4 guys isn't good enough. Yeah, you need like 8 of those guys. We were close at one point. We were close when we had JT Miller, right? We were close. We still needed an elite winger and then maybe another, defenseman. Like, we were close. And then we gambled and we lost Horvat, we lost Miller. Hedel injured, gambled on that, gambled on Demko's health. So hopefully from this point on, there's no more stupid gambles. I hope it's just us saying like, hey, let's just draft well. Let's be on the bottom of the standings. Let's draft well for the next 2 years. And if the draft is that deep and we really hit the way that we're supposed to, then maybe we can get a couple of these guys in the next few years. But until then, we have to be patient. I'm glad they used the word rebuild. Honestly, I'm glad that they did. Yeah. So let me stop the screen sharing here. Let's go back. Yeah. So there it is. I just want to talk about that, but most importantly, I really wanted to get to the people. Maybe do some sort of open house, right? I mean, I don't think too many people are too upset about the return because it's actually not bad. It's just losing Quinn Hughes, man. Like that's got to mean something, right? Gerald, what's up? Call me Snake. Let's roll. Exactly. Ryan Thompson, what's up? Yeah, it's a very sad day. Like, you can see on my face. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen me that like as sad, right? But like, this is as sad as it goes. Was this return enough? Yeah, like, I think for what the Canucks could do, yes, because if you look at all the trade proposals, like, compare this to what actually went down, like, this is pretty good compared to the trade proposals and everyone's supposed leverage. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he's going to New Jersey. People aren't going to give up stuff for them. Guess what? All the teams in the league called. Minnesota wasn't even in like that discussion. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, we have the assets. We can offer you all these guys. And Quinn Hughes is like, yeah, okay. I don't mind. I don't mind going here. Right? Ryan, thank you for being here. Let's go. Line change. What's up? Nothing is perfect. What's up? Yeah, same as you. Definitely in shock. Still am. Like, I man. I was like going home and driving. And I was like, man, maybe I'm gonna shed a tear. Like, this sucks. It's like, yeah. I mean, if he wasn't going to stay because of the last 3 years of shit show, I guess this is how it had to end. And this is exactly what I hate. Like, about not making a good decision, not even doing a mini rebuild in the last, when it mattered, when we needed to do a mini rebuild, okay, or just do a proper retool, right? Like, that's all we needed to do, right? Like, all these reclamation projects that we tried to do with not giving up much, it ended up being nothing, guys. It ended up really being nothing. Like, I don't know. Like, you guys can send me the long list of failed projects, right? That also hurt us. Yes, Canucks were never going to win a Quinn Hughes trade. You can never win the trade. You can only hope to win a trade, or not win a trade. You can only hope that the multiple assets you got back can contribute together to be more, closer to the value that Quinn Hughes brings alone. That's it, right? Yeah. Tyler Myers, my favorite player. Oh, okay. Is Tyler Myers going to be your captain? Hey guys, I'm sad too. Yeah, Bobby, I'm very sad. This is crazy. This trade turned out better than everyone expected. William, I don't know how to say his name, is a higher rated prospect than Nemec, Martoni, ASP, and Cole Hutz. Yes, exactly. This is it. That's why I said I don't hate the trade. I just hate losing Quinn Hughes. That's the big part. This package ended up working well, better than we thought, honestly. Right? We'll see how this plays out, but at least this gives me hope for the future to see these guys in the lineup, or if they're playing in the farm, if they're still eligible to play down there. Yeah. Russell, I could feel the exact same thing. The huge trade coming like that. You could see that a mile away, right? Like I said, the body language said that to me. A lot of the people that went to the meet and greet that talked to Quinn Hughes, they could totally see it, right? Like after seeing all this, how could you see him resign here? Like how can he endure all that for the rest of the season, go all the way to the summer, and then say let's sign July 1st? Not a chance, man. Not a chance. Was a matter of when, not if. Didn't see it today though. Apparently they like them Friday trades, man. You never rule out Fridays. Can you imagine the Canucks playing the Wild in the playoffs now? That definitely would be wild, man. Frick, that pairing is gonna be sick, man. Like Faber and Hughes on a power play. I know they don't really do two defenseman power play, but if they did that, that'd be so nasty. I might even just watch more Minnesota hockey just to see it. That's like just thinking of that. That's just insane. Oh, if he's your favorite player, we gotta make sure to see because he's what, like a half a point per game player or something like that. So we shall see if this guy turns out. I'm excited. See, before I was only watching the games and being like, hey, good if the Canucks score and good if the Canucks win. But I'm like, I also don't feel terrible if the Canucks lose, right? That's where I was at. But now you can add something else to this. I can actually cheer on for a few players and be like, okay, I want to see if this guy does well. Hey, I hope this guy does well, right? Like, that's what I want to see. Feeling for you, Wet. Hang in there. Yeah, man, it's tough. I don't know. Jordan's joining us. I hope he does, but like, I think he's pretty hurt about this too. Yeah, tough day in Canucks history, new era about to begin. I hope that this trade is a sign of a new era to begin. I really do. I want trades from this point on to be building for the future, not trading these guys to get rid of mistakes. And I'll give you an example. Like, whether you like this player, you hate this player, I actually didn't mind the JT Miller trade. I just didn't like that they flipped it really quickly for Marcus Pettersson after. That's the part, right? It's not so much that Marcus Pettersson is a bad player. It's just that two things happened. Pittsburgh was able to trade that first round pick that we got from the Miller trade, flipped it to Pittsburgh, and then they flipped it to make it become 2 first rounders. And my opinion, I think you could center a deal around Marcus Pettersson with a first rounder in the 20 something range. But because we had to make up for the mistakes of management to trade Desharnais, we had to trade Desharnais and Heinen, 2 guys that they just signed in the offseason. We had to leverage and piggyback out of the first rounder that we got, attach it, and then get Marcus Pettersson back and Drew O'Connor, right? Like that's the part that bothers me. Okay, like you think what you will about Marcus Pettersson, he's struggling right now, but the fact that they used the first round powers to then get Pittsburgh to take Desharnais and Heinen, I think that's the part that that really got me. And then that, like, it's not like he's doing really well right now, right? So like it's for me, it's what you do after, and I just don't think that was a good thing to do after. But like I said, you make the Quinn Hughes trade, this trade is looking okay today. But if you start to do other things and you have to make up for other mistakes in your roster, right? Like you have to use the high trade value of something to get rid of something. I really hate that, man. Like that's something that's really bothered me. Good for management for realizing their mistakes, but it's just terrible that they had to make that mistake to get rid of players. It just sucks. Yeah, what's up, Tom Hoglander? What's up? Not much. Could we join you? I'll do an open house later. Holmgren was Lekamaki's teammate. Hopefully they'll develop together. That is my hope. People are saying that he has the highest bust potential of everybody here. Please, Holmgren, you gotta be better. You gotta be better than Lucas Reichel. Please, like you have to be better. Please, I cannot stand another one of those. I was excited about Reichel for like 6 games, and then I saw why Chicago gave up on him. But granted, I still do not know why the Canucks don't even try Reichel on the wing. I just do not know why. It bothers me that you don't try the guy in his best position and you force him to play a position that he hasn't played. But still. We all knew this was coming, but we're all disappointed because we shouldn't have been in this situation. Exactly. We shouldn't have put ourselves in this situation. Team was not built properly. All started with Bo and went shit after. That's another thing. I didn't want this show to be all about negatives and doing whatever, but like that Bo decision, everyone's gonna be like, oh, JT Miller was absolutely the perfect guy to keep, right? But it's not about the points. Bo Horvat, even in his best year, couldn't outscore JT Miller, right? Like at that point. He's outscoring JT Miller now, but he wasn't outscoring him in that same year and the few years after. He wasn't going to do it, right? But points isn't everything. Locker room dynamics mean a lot too, right? Locker room dynamics are huge, right? And you're seeing it now. And because of that decision, right, you ended up losing Miller also because there was a Miller and Petey battle. But remember, there was also a Horvat Miller battle, right? Just that one was just kept quiet more, right? So it just kind of sucks that you got these problems, and then you trade them away and you don't get maximum value, and then you build teams that aren't built properly. They can't withstand injuries, and now you have to trade Quinn Hughes as the consequence. That's a terrible consequence, guys. That's not good. Rossi should be okay, small like Ronnie. Well, yes, thank you for being here. As I mentioned before, like Rossi is small, but like our top 3 centers I already mentioned, right? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, right? You have Petey, you have Hedel, and you have Rossi. 2 guys that are smaller and 2 of them that are kind of getting injured, right? And Rossi himself also had a heart condition or something. Hopefully, knock on wood, he'll be okay, right? But like you got like those are your 3 centers. If they're all healthy and all performing, then yeah, like that's an amazing, like I would say that's a pretty amazing 3. But can't just win things on paper or even in a video game. Like you have to win it real life. And we just don't have that right now, right? But very promising that PD's playing better this season, right? Yes, he does model his game after Quinn Hughes. Let's hope that he's going to be close, okay, or somewhat within reach, because we really need this guy to hit to make this trade sting less. This hurts, man. This hurts me. Holmgren is like a poor man's Timo Meier. Yeah. Draft Caleb Malhotra. Yeah, I mean, if he's around, then maybe. Yeah. The trade is okay. Hughes and Rossi are small players. Yeah, they are. I'm just talking about our center depth, right? Like Hughes is small, but at least on the back end, there's other people that can play with them that are bigger and right different positions. But like center position is very important, right? And they each supposed to anchor a line and things like that, right? That's why if you solidify the center of the ice, you should solidify them with bigger guys. Okay. EP was gamble 11.6. Yeah, like we'll never really know the true story about it. I mean, I still think up to this day it's the owner that forced the extension, but it came out today that Rutherford had the final decision on this one. What can you do? We gave him the keys to the kingdom and didn't want to stay on the sinking ship. Well, you know what? Not everybody wants to stay on a sinking ship. A lot of players want to win, and I think a lot of players get scrutinized for wanting to leave when things go rough, right? Sedins would be players that are willing to stay. Kevin Bieksa was a player willing to stay. Dan Hamhuis was a player willing to stay. They were willing to stay, right? They didn't want to be traded. They just, that's what happened, right? Sedins, right? Like they're lifers, right? But not everyone can be lifers. That's why it's so hard to see players start the beginning of their careers and end it with the same team. It's very hard. Okay, even the best player in the world got traded, right? And multiple times. Thanks for joining us. Canucks have zero identity now. It's hard to find an identity right now. I mean, Quinn Hughes is captain and we lost them. So who do we really have? Right? Mistakes never ends. I'm okay with the trade. The mistakes will never end. I don't know, but like the one constant is the owner. Been here this whole time, so we'll see. Hopefully, this is a beginning of change that we need. Okay. Why allow Rutherford / Alvin to do the rebuild? They got to fire and replace the GM press before they make any more trades. They need an architect to properly rebuild. Well, to be honest with you, like I know what you're saying. I liked what they did the first 2 years. Not really a fan of what they did the last 2 years. I mean, they spent the first 2 years cleaning up Jim Benning's mess, and then they spent the last two cleaning up their own mess, right? Like they're the ones that traded away Horvat and Miller, right? And they're the ones. So pretty much think about it. They traded away Horvat, traded away Miller, and now they trade away Hughes. That's on them, right? I get it, but if the owner's not letting you rebuild, okay, then or even do a mini rebuild, then this is what you're stuck with. It doesn't matter who's your GM or who's your president. If you're not allowed to have free reign to do stuff, things like this it's gonna happen, unfortunately. Yes, we got to get something before nothing. So, like I said, I hate that Quinn Hughes got traded, but I'm glad that they got maximum value. Okay. Quinn had no trade protection. Yeah, he did not. That's why we were to trade him to wherever he wanted to be traded. Apparently, JR told him about Mini before pulling the trigger, and Quinn Hughes is okay with it. Yeah, I know. I read that, and I'm really glad that management talked to him before pulling the trigger, even though he didn't have to. Miller handcuffed us with his no trade clause. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, I'll never, ever forget what Miller did for this team. Like, I really love, his run in the playoffs and that 2 years ago. I really loved it. And I love the energy and the passion he brought. But whatever he did to the locker room, like that stuff that supposedly caused the rift and all that stuff, like that's the sad part for me. Yeah. Time for New Jersey number name. Miller, Horvat, Hughes. What to wear now? Yeah, what to wear now? I am not sure. Who's the only guy left standing from there? What like Besser, Demko, like out of like our top guys? I'm not sure. Bill Guerin was a Devils GM, haha, and Minnesota. Yes. Minnesota can trade him at the deadline for Nemec. Ooh, we shall see. Yeah, I was sad too, Bobby. All of Bobby's jerseys got traded. Oh man, that's tough. We should all wear bags at the game. Imagine. It's true, Irvin. Yeah, it definitely is true. Hronik over Pelka was a joke. The line change liking my prospect choice with the mini pick. Flipped for Byram first round. Okay. They're honestly better off at this point just waiving Reichel. Might not have any space for him on the team. They could have played him last game. If Brock didn't play, then he would have got his chance. But the last game he played at center, he got 4 minutes, guys. The mistakes began before the Bo Horvat trade. Yeah, Sorvin, you can explain more about this, but the foundation was definitely poor. I'm telling you, like I really think that's annoying. Poor foundation, indeed. Okay. Rossi grinds. Lots of Wild fans were in our 5-hour stream and had nothing but good things to say about the players we got back in return. Some even feel as though the Wild overpaid for Hughes. Yeah, I think that's possible. Like I said, I don't doubt the effort, right? But you also have guys like Garland on the team, right? And I know Sherman might be on his way out, but we have a lot of tough guys that aren't that big, right? We need big guys, or we need players that can protect them. And I just feel like our team just needs more size. I think we've been talking about that for a while. Yeah, I'm really excited for this defenseman. So let's see. Didn't realize Rossi was 190. Yeah, he just doesn't have the height. Yes, that's like Hoglander type build. Dude, let's hope this guy can be it, man. I really hope so. Does it make sense to trade Garland, Besser, DeBrus, Demko, or keep him because successful young cores need veteran presence in the locker room? I think they're not going to trade Garland unless they need to. I don't think they're going to trade Besser. I think this guy's like a lifer. DeBrus they may trade, and Demko. Let's see what's out there for him. You know that goalie trades they made in the morning, like the Edmonton ones? I was like, man, like if those goalies that are that injured could get something, then Demko can still have some sort of value. I'm telling you. He still can. Just realized Caleb's stock has gone up to potential top 10. Won't be able to get him with mini pick. Yeah, you won't be able to get him with the mini pick. No, but that's why we got to keep trading our guys and just finish at the bottom and see what we can do, right? I really think so. Like that year that the Canucks went on a run, I think it's the Bruce There It Is year. Freaking Connor Bedard was in our hands, man, potentially. Frick. Sucks. Sedin's BX and Hamby should have been willing to accept the trade if they care so much. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I think it only makes sense if you accept the trade and then you come back later to really show the loyalty. I think loyalty is staying the whole time, and if you don't stay, then you gotta pull like the Kachuk. Then you're like, hey, you know what? Get some assets for me, and then I'll come back. Love that. Right? That's what I would love to see. Okay. Yeah, this was definitely something that screwed us over. When players get no trade clauses like this and they block stuff, they've earned the right? Yeah. So I know it sucks, but when players have it and they decide their future, this is what it is. As much as they love us, they might do stuff like this. Yeah. Imagine we got Gensel, man. Like that would have been amazing. Sounds like your cat isn't happy about the trade. Yeah, my cats have been devastated since Quinn Hughes has been traded. My gosh. They haven't been the same. I'm not even joking you. My cats can sense how upset I am. They don't even want to mess around right now. Hammer refused to go east. He definitely did. Would have preferred if a conditional pick was added if Quinn Hughes resigns with Mini. Billy G is Team USA. Yes, sure is. Fell to my knees in the kitchen when I found out about Hughes. For real? Like, well, thank you for being here, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. man. I'm still devastated by this. It started with the 2014 draft. We only netted Virtanen, McCann, Demko, Tramkin, Gustav Forsling, and I'm sure you know how they all turned out. I know how Forsling's turned out. I know how Demko's turned out. I know how McCann turned out. I think I also know how the other two turned out. But yeah, I mean, still to be honest, I think we still rushed Virtanen and McCann that year. They shouldn't have joined us at that time. Demko, great goalie. When he's healthy, he's definitely in the top 3. But we have crazy teams that are not able to, withstand the rigors of 82 game season. Demko had to pay the price for it. He goes on a crazy run, play too many games, gets injured. We don't have the depth to support him. Hey, Sean. I like the trade. I'll send you my long paragraphs in the next few days. Too tired now. I'm also tired. I don't hate the trade, Sean. I do like the trade. I just hate losing Hughes. I'm confident Zeev can score 60 points as a defenseman. Please. I hope you're right, man. We need a 60-point defenseman. This will hurt less if he can actually become 60 points, honestly. Demko, the only one left standing out of those. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Yeah. When Gensel was free agent before he signed with Tampa, I wanted him bad. Yeah. Imagine if we did get him. You know what? You know what's even crazier, guys? I'm gonna even go back a little bit. Do you remember how we got Lindholm? Canucks were thinking about flipping him to get Gensel before the deadline. Now, wouldn't that have been something? Wouldn't that have been franchise altering if we got him? That would have been insane, man. Oh, man. Jake DeBrus, Besser, Hronek has no movement clause. Garley and Demmer, no movement clause after July 1st. This is why we need to get rid of Demmer now when he doesn't have the choice. We do. Or Lankinen. Get rid of one of them. You can don't keep them both. Okay. Garland, yeah, like you could have him in the locker room, but if you need to get rid of him, it better be for somebody good. But then again, like, listen, like I don't think this management group is terrible when it comes to getting value. Right? I just don't like when they have to attach assets to get rid of stuff. That's the thing that drives me nuts. Right? And you just look at what they've done. Horvat, Miller. Right? That should tell you everything you need to know. 2016 draft, of the 6 players selected, a collective of 141 man games have been played. Yeah, like that's really annoying. That's really tough. I think that's the Ole Ulevi draft. My gosh. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Was this a draft that like Jim Benning did by himself without bracket or something? Like this is insane. Canucks give out no movement clauses like candy. Yeah, that's how they get them to stay here. Why else should they come to Vancouver? There's no other incentive. You have to give this protection for them to want to be here. Right? Yeah. 11.6 also has a no movement clause. Demko is the only one left standing on one good property. Yes. That's all he's got. For sure. Okay. 1 second here. Okay. I'm going to drop this in the chat and then maybe we can get some people in. There we go. Anyone want to join? You can click that and we can join. Lanky also have no movement clause, so there's the answer. Doubt Garley and Demmer want to stay after Quinn trade. Besser probably regrets a bit signing with Van. Yeah, maybe. We shall see. G, what's up?
Shit, am I on already? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I liked a bit.
Oh my God, it's been a long day, man.
Yeah, I heard. I'm sorry, I missed. I missed your tag team stream with Tyler. My bad.
Oh, I'm sure Tyler will come on in a sec.
Oh, Tyler's on. Let's get him in here. Tyler.
Mhm.
It's
I
the
don't know.
line change after dark on
This
the
unleashed
Uncensored.
right here. This is the
Yeah.
unleashed right here. Guys, how do you feel? I think I see it on your face, kind of.
Feeling okay. Yeah.
Yeah, had some time to process it, right? You guys did a long show on this, right?
5 hours.
Yeah, I know you guys are probably tired, but like, you guys able to, share some thoughts. I've shared my thoughts. I miss your guys' thoughts, but you guys are more than welcome to share and just say how you feel.
Hi, you want to go first?
Sure. Sorry, there's an echo. I have the YouTube stream. There we go. That's better. I was hearing two wits. It was like a little bit of Inception there. But yeah, I'm doing okay, I guess. Obviously, I'm tired. Obviously, I mentioned on our stream I haven't slept. And I've streamed for what, 8 hours today. 5 of them being just alone on Quinn Hughes. Um, but
It's actually
I'm
5.5.
really appreciating the views. I'm keeping an eye on that. This is crazy. As I mentioned in the chat, I was not expecting this today at all. Completely out of left field. We all saw the Stuart Skinner Jari trade earlier. I was like, oh, maybe that'll be the big trade of the day. Boy, were we freaking wrong on that one. The Oilers are like, oh, we're going to make a big splash. And the Canucks are like, screw that. We're going to one-up you. And they traded away Quinn Hughes. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's Friday splashes, man. Well, what can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Friday splashes. That was the domino
Yeah.
effect. I think I said it this morning when that goalie trade went down. I'm like, yeah, that's the market opening. I just didn't realize that the earthquake, the Richter scale would shake this much today. You know what I mean? I just, my gosh.
Yeah, Shorty talked about earthquake the other day in the Canucks game. You may as well call this a freaking earthquake with Quinn Hughes being moved. So maybe Shorty had a premonition. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Man. Last night. So I was out with Jordan and other buddy Justin.
Yeah.
And I think Jordy has the video, so we're recording at Shark Club.
Yeah.
And I said to him, wouldn't it be funny if because management loves to do trades on Friday.
Yeah.
And if something comes up, it could be tomorrow. Quinn could be wearing a Devils jersey by Sunday morning. And I was joking about that, right? But I was thinking, could there be a trade? And now he's actually in a wild uniform, which just it just came out of left field, right? Because everyone expected it to be Sherwood going over, which is what they like. People are speculating, and they need someone like that, and it ends up being Quinn. But to be very honest, I think the pieces that we got back, given the situation right now, it was the best they could do, and it was probably the most that they can get. I mean, even with Detroit, I think Edvilson, they're not going to be able to get him. And then
just give us a sec. Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. And then with Washington, they didn't want to get rid of Leonard. Yeah. So this was probably the best offer. But I mean, for myself, I would have much preferred maybe an extra second or even a third, just an extra pick of some sort that they could use as leverage to use as a sweetener to trade one of the veterans. and get something back, get maybe a higher pick. So if it was a second, maybe we get a first, or if it was like a third, we get a second kind of thing. So like a swap over,
Mhm.
or even like a conditional pick of some sort. If they let's say it'd be a third pick if Hughes doesn't resign, but if Hughes resigns with Minnesota, then that ups to second, or a second to first kind of thing. That like I would have preferred something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I'm just gonna click something here that Sean said. Can't do conditional picks in the CB anymore. Get XYZ pick of resign and not allowed anymore. I
Really?
not I didn't know about that. I'm not sure. I didn't look that part up, but I don't know. Have you guys seen any conditional trades in the past year?
No,
Um,
no, I've
Bit?
no, there
not
was
that I
one
can
last
think
year
of.
at the trade deadline.
Mhm.
Last year trade deadline there was. It was on the condition of making like conference final or something along those lines.
Okay. Okay. So that type of conditional, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, no, like that would have been nice. I just don't think that was in the cards. Unfortunately, like these guys actually gave up three pieces and a first rounder, right? Like the yeah, that's just compared to all the other package, even like the mock ones, like that. This is higher value than pretty much almost all of those proposals. We were talking
Because
about.
I think at the end of the day we were talking. I mean, was it last month, Tyler, that we did I did the hot take?
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah,
So at that time I was saying 4 to 5 pieces, right?
yeah.
And then yesterday or the last couple of days I was saying, as long as we get some sort of quality over I would much prefer quality over quantity. And right now with the defenseman that we get back, I mean, huge potential is only 20, still has time to develop, even though one of the Wild fans was telling us he's a little Bambi like,
Hmm.
but that can change. And that got me really worried. But he says, yeah,
Mm.
he can fall easily, but it's because he moves faster than his head thinks, or something along those lines. But he
Yeah.
gets up a lot faster than you can skate. So that's a good thing. Rossi, you know, a lot of people were high on him, but I don't know. It's just I worry about him. He had the long COVID. He was injured again recently. I don't want Heedle like 2.0. I mean, Rossi doesn't have concussion issues, but I just don't want something like that again. So it feels like kind of a risk a little bit.
Like
But
durability issues. Yeah.
exactly. But
Mhm.
in terms of especially the way he plays, right? Like he's a grinder, uh, good defensively, which is good, and it fixes whatever 2C that they've been wanting to do all off season, right?
Hmm.
And then the last pick, I technically was saying to Tyler earlier that I probably would have rather a first in 27 than
Hmm.
Ogren. But
Hmm.
given that he's played with like Karamaki,
Hmm.
maybe that can spark it, because people are saying that he could potentially be a bust. I mean, he has no points in the same amount of games as David Camp, I believe. So that's a little worrisome, but still young, 21, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, like if you think about it, like this trade gave us almost all closer to guaranteed picks. Like I think Ogren is the biggest chance to be a bust, right? Like so everybody else pretty good. Like
Yeah.
for what we can get. Like other players were like even like the Detroit one, right? Like a couple of those centers that we wanted like had like a floor of a third line center, but there was no guarantee that they were going to be second line centers.
Like
Yeah,
Casper.
yeah, from what I read. And so like when you get an elite player, and this is what I meant about like the value. Think about all the teams out there that we wanted, right? Like for the Philadelphia, it was like Martoni, right? If you think
Yeah.
about that, right? From Devils is Nemec, right? Everybody's like, "What the f are you thinking? We're not giving up those top guys." Well, we got friggin' that guy. We got the elite guy. like that someone was willing to give us, because people are only willing to give you players they're willing to give up on. This was not an easy decision for Minnesota to throw this guy in there,
Oh,
right?
100%.
Right. So that's why I think, like, the more I think about the trade, and every other piece that we got back, it's actually quite decent. It's what, a winger, a center, and a defenseman. Those are all
Yeah,
positions that we needed somebody to fix.
right.
And then you got that first rounder in a deep draft, right? So if you really think about it, they're hitting everything, right? So
I mean, it's only been, what is it, 8 hours right now, and I mean, Tyler and I have done this for
yeah,
much longer than we needed. And after looking into it, looking at
mhm,
some of the like the stats and players and projections and all of that, you know, in a way, it was good because you have someone that can replace Quinn in terms of minutes right away. That's a
yeah,
roster player.
yeah,
You have that 2C. He is a 2C, but on a very good team, it would be a 2C.
let's see.
Maybe even like a top 3C,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's definitely not an elite 2C,
no,
right?
he's not. He's not.
So he basically just slots in all the holes right now. And in a way, it feels like a stopgap for everything. But the only upside is they're all young
Yes,
and they still have time to develop.
yes.
So, with that said, does that change your view about trading Hughes just for the draft and, players coming back to do a run, do a push, and screw up their record? These ones, I don't think will make a huge difference this year,
Yeah, and
but
that's why
next year
I'm
maybe,
okay
right?
with it. Remember, that's
Yeah,
why I went through the other scenario, but this way you can actually hit both, which is really nice. I didn't think they could make a trade that could do that, but this trade can do that, right?
yeah.
Uh yeah. One sec, Bobby, I get you. I didn't forget. I didn't forget about you. You share your thoughts on the trade.
It really hurts me because I'm a big Quinn Hughes fan. Plus, I have his jersey. It really hurts me.
Yeah. Right.
Are you gonna cheer on the Oilers now?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. It just, it is, man. I'm still scratching my head. I'm still looking around. I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing this jersey. It's tough for sure.
I don't know who's going to be the new captain right now yet.
I don't even know when they're gonna name the next one. To be honest, I don't know if they're in a rush to do that. Yeah,
Did you guys watch the YouTube videos of Jim Rutherford, I think his name is?
like his did they do a thing like Rutherford? Did
Yeah,
he talked and discussed the trade?
yeah.
I thought it was just a press release.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's that guy. Who works with, yeah, I think it's Patrick who did it already on YouTube.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think I read an article. Is it the one that he said that they used the word rebuild in it? Is it that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I read that too, briefly. Yeah, or not briefly. I read the whole thing, and yeah, I for once he actually used the R word, and everybody was like,
Mhm.
"Nope, they ain't gonna freaking use that word." And I'm like, well, I think somebody felt the heat, and somebody's like, you know what? Maybe we should use this word because everything we've done up to this point is, well, so this is the type of rebuild I was telling you guys about, or retool that I wanted to do, or wanted the Canucks to do. This is exactly it. You trade, you get the young guys, you draft, and then you sign players in free agency, bargain bin players. They do well, you can flip them for a non-playoff spot, and you keep repeating. I call it the Florida model, right? Couple years, and then you see, right? But you should find out very early in the season if you should go for it or you shouldn't, but you don't do stuff that guts your team and sets you back 3 years if you don't make it, right? That's the difference.
Mhm.
But what's funny?
I
Oh,
just looked in.
so
Alvin did do a media availability on YouTube. I
oh
just
Yeah.
damn.
quickly glanced. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out later. Like I said, two jobs for me. Came home, got ready to do this. It was already 11 something. Yep. So, yeah.
Still time to do a stream.
Still have
your-
time
for-
to do a stream for
you-
y'all. So I wanted. I know people have things to say.
You needed
Right?
some therapy, my friend.
I think people really needed to. Yeah, I try to keep it as respectful. I try to not be that, as negative when it's very easy to do so, but also trying to be realistic at the same time. Very hard to balance all these things. It's actually much easier when Jordan is here. But doing it
Okay,
myself.
we got you.
Today,
We got you.
you guys got
Mhm.
me. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey,
I
but
mean,
don't you think it's kind of ironic in a sense that all the players that we got back were first round picks, picked by none other than Judd Brackett?
yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's like kind of like a full circle. Like he worked for the Canucks and then he left. And then he drafted all these players that we got back for Quinn.
Maybe some part of them is like, let's help out my old team, the Canucks, and I never wanted to leave. Here you go.
Or is there something wrong with these players that the Canucks don't know about?
There's always an
Yeah.
element of that. That's the shitty part.
Yeah. Did the Wild give us a grenade?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. So there's that. So does this mean right now Philip Hronek is our number one defenseman?
yeah, on the right, and I would say Bouillon is our number one left side. So he basically replaces Quinn.
Yeah. So that's our top pairing right now. But Hronek's got to teach this guy, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I assume the middle pairing stays the same. Is it not? Is it
Yeah,
Mark
most likely.
Pedersen and Myers?
Myers.
And then you
Yep.
have DPD and Willander. Is that it?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, let's see how that guy does. But I don't know about you guys, but I didn't really hate Hronek when he was playing without Quinn Hughes, when Quinn Hughes was injured. I didn't hate it. I liked it. Like I was like, man, this guy actually doesn't overcomplicate things on the power play. He does his stuff, and then he eats his minutes, and he's got a lot of points, right? A lot of even strength points.
He just needs to bomb it, man.
Well, no, it's not even about the bomb. It's the bomb that has to hit the net. This guy always has to. This guy shoot for days. He just doesn't hit the net. Frick. Everyone knows. Like, if this guy hit the net more often, he's literally, I would say he's a Salo replacement, but he's not because he doesn't hit the net enough. You know what I mean? Like, Salo would kill people. He didn't even care who's in front of the net. He killed them with a slap shot.
He just needs to utilize that bomb, right? And do more shooting practice.
Definitely.
Mhm.
He's got to do more. Let's get through.
Even if he slaps it and hits a opposing player, he can just be like, "You're going on vacation."
Exactly.
I know. I watched a YouTube video and I started crying.
Just kept talking about Quinn, and then you just couldn't. The keywords Quinn Hughes, and you're like, oh.
I do like this comment from Justin. He's saying, definitely sad about Hughes leaving, but if this is the start of something better, it will be worth it. Let's just stay strong and be happy for Huggy because he deserves better than what this team gave. And Justin hits the nail right on the head right there. Quinn Hughes deserves to play on a contending team.
Yeah,
and that's what he's getting.
Hey guys, you notice during this whole thing that I was sad, I never once said, anything bad about Quinn Hughes' decision. Not one, because we did not build a team for him in his prime to be competitive. Right? Like I do not feel bad for Quinn Hughes for leaving. I feel bad that he left because he's the greatest defenseman we've ever had, right? But I can't blame him for making that move. I really agree with that. You surround him with this type of team, like this type of build, I should say. Like, no, man, that's tough. No,
because the problem with that is just when, like, him going to Minnesota actually makes sense. I think Rutherford said something that it fits, and now they're saying that he actually talked to Quinn before that. Which is the respect that, I think they're just trying to do PR just in case, like when they approach other players. Right. But if you think of a really good PP,
Yeah.
which would be your typical McCarr and McKinnon, like
Mhm.
just dancing around people.
Mhm.
Now you have Kaprizov and Huggy
Mhm.
and possibly Brock Faber if unless Brock Faber plays PP2,
Yeah.
and you have Boldy. Like
Yeah.
that kind of power play, bro, it's gonna be much better than PD passing back and forth with Huggy and doing nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus, you have Erickson Ek and
Yeah.
Zuccarello as well.
Dude, that's nasty, man. That is so hard. Would be so nasty.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go through some of these comments here. Rich, thank you, Uncensored, a podcaster who finally gets the dynamics of the trade. Hey, thank you for the comment. I just want to know what part of the trade or what type of thing that was discussed that made you think this. I always wanting some sort of feedback because I try to see things from everybody's perspective. So I really appreciate this comment. If you can say something, that'd be great. Let's see here. If Bjorn, Pedersen, Willander, and Mancini pan out, does Hronek become expendable down the road?
Mhm.
He is signed for 6 more years, but it's a no movement clause, so it's
Mhm.
tough
I
unless he
think
requests a
it's more
trade.
so. I think it's more like for me. I think it's more so Marcus Pedersen.
Mhm. I think he's the odd man out. Yeah.
I think it's him odd man out, and then just by default, Tyler Myers is going to age out.
Mhm.
So then a couple spots will open up, right? But I still think you need Hronek for
Mhm.
for a couple more years. Like I think so, right? But also this also made me think maybe Talkett left because he knew Quinn Hughes wasn't coming back.
Mhm.
Made me think a little. I
Maybe.
know that was always out there, but like if
Mhm.
Quinn Hughes says Talkett is the best coach, might tell him some stuff.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, definitely looking back at Talkett leaving,
Yeah.
I can kind of understand it now. Maybe
Yeah.
he saw this coming.
Well, and the other thing is he doesn't like the drama that always surrounds the team. This team just
Mhm.
always finds a way to get all this drama, and it just distracts everybody in the room. It's crazy.
Even this year too, and we
Mhm.
It's
thought last year was
crazy.
bad.
Crazy. And
Yeah.
Adam Foote's not even fanning the fire, right? Like Adam Foote
No.
is just trying to be as positive as he can, and the thing is still so bad. You know what I mean? Like it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I'm curious to know Foot's reaction to this, because have we seen anything from Foot yet? I don't think he's reacted to it yet. I'm curious to know what his reaction is.
I think tomorrow is going to be a bigger
Mhm.
day for all this stuff. Tomorrow, it could be.
Because it's going to be practice. It's going to be practice
Mhm.
tomorrow, so there's going to be media
Yep.
availability after practice.
You guys wait for a big Saturday. I mean, it is Saturday right now.
Mhm.
We just got to go get some sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, I don't know if Quinn is going to play tomorrow, but while they're playing Ottawa at 11 in the morning.
So in
It's on
less than 12
TSN.
hours.
Yeah, it's on TSN.
I would watch it if he's there.
Mhm.
I want to see him and Faber pass the puck around. That would be fun. Actually,
That's one heck of a pairing right there.
That's
Faber
so
and
nasty.
Hughes. That's one heck of a pairing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Justin says Quinn won't play tomorrow.
No?
Technically today. Yeah.
Thank you. Cheering for
Then
the
I don't have
top
to
3
wake up.
pick and draft the Yukon boy McKenna. You know what? I'm actually not so sure anymore if he's the consensus number 1 pick anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to say no to McKenna either. Okay, he could very well be that guy.
He's been playing better of late, though.
Yeah,
compared
I
to
just
the beginning of the season.
Prongman just dropped him from 1st overall to 4th in his mock draft. That's 3 spot drop. It's not 1 spot. Like,
who's first?
There's this other kid that wasn't even in the top 3, just landed in there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Who is it?
actually. Here, let me look it up. I'll look it up in a second here. Just let me go through. Yeah, this is good. I'll leave it on a comment if you guys can just talk about it for a bit, and then I'll just be right back. Here.
So
maybe,
Rossi
yeah, maybe that or whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll just pull this up. Corey,
this is the start of something. Oh, that's what we just talked about. But I think Justin got what he wanted. He preached enough, and it finally happened. And guess what? He actually said stuff that management should do, and they actually did it.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, is that right, Justin?
Yeah. We Whit talked about it earlier. Rutherford said the R word.
The R word is huge, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the guy that I mentioned was Tyler Lawrence. He bumped up to the top spot, and he wasn't even in the
Yeah.
top 3. He's a center. Tyler Lawrence. I don't know if anyone knows him in the chat.
Yeah,
But-
it says Tynan Lawrence is the one who hot bumped up in the draft.
Yes. Let's keep going. Hronik is more skilled and aggressive solo. He is. You know what? Hronik's game was. Remember, was it last year? Or 2 years ago, he had like a crazy clip in the first half, and then he didn't really get any points in the second half, and then he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I was deferring to Hughes too much." You remember?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this guy just holds on to it a bit. He's not a guy that gets stripped of the puck easily, right? So I don't mind it really. For Hronik to be number 1 guy, I really don't mind. I don't.
Yeah, but
I mean,
in terms of
we
point,
always
point per.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah.
We always
you go
talked about Hronik being, doing his own pairing. We've always talked about that, and now he's getting that chance without Hughes.
Yeah. Love to see it. See here. This wasn't Quinn's fault. It falls on organization and inability to make smart decisions to build around him and show him the proper respect for how good he was and how generational he was.
100%.
This guy broke our defenseman record playing like less than 500 games less.
Yep.
Like, frick. Imagine what he could have done as a career Canuck. Right?
We'll never know.
Yep.
We'll never know.
Unless Justin's hunch is right, and Quinn comes back as a UFA and signs for cheaper.
Yeah, Justin said that in our stream. He said this was all a ploy to get our 2C, and then Quinn's going to re-sign with Vancouver in a few years.
Well, that
And-
will show how much he loves us.
Vancouver is going to use the pieces they got from Minnesota to get him back.
Oh, absurd, but
That's
that's funny.
good.
Absurd, but I absolutely love it from Justin. I love it. I love your optimism on that.
Yes.
I
All right.
wonder if those guys are gonna play on Sunday for the Canucks. Do you guys know yet?
I've heard Rossi could potentially be available, and the other two definitely.
I
The
think
other two.
all 3 of them should. Wait, is Rossi injured?
He's injured, but they're saying he could be back by
Day to
Sunday.
day.
He's
Oh,
day-to-day.
just minor injury.
No,
Yeah,
he
they're
skated.
saying-
He skated yesterday. He
Yeah.
already skated with the team yesterday, but he's still on IR. So the coach actually said he could be available for Sunday. So we'll see, right?
And this was prior to the trade. They said he was likely going to play prior to the trade.
Okay. But the Canucks don't play until Sunday anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's an early morning game. I don't
Yeah,
know what
that-
time their game would have been, but we have a
9:30. Yeah. And then Minnesota plays Boston on Sunday too, which Quinn Hughes will play in.
Okay. That would be cool for them. I might watch that game.
Mm-hmm.
I will watch that game. Don't watch other teams' games very often, but I will watch that one. What's up, Japan 4?
What's up, buddy?
Nasty boys.
I think he's referring to me and you, Gerald.
Right.
Yeah. If he resigns in mini, it's going to be nearly 40 million to 2 players.
Yeah. I mean, you got 17 in Kaprizov. Quinn is probably going to get 20.
Yeah.
Maybe
Damn.
more.
I can't remember. Is Kaprizov 16 or 18? I thought it was
I think-
16.
I think he's 17.
17. Yeah, I think it's
Is it 17? Damn.
Mhm.
something like that.
There's no way they could afford Quinn Hughes. What if
Mhm.
Quinn Hughes was like, "Oh, I want 20." They'll just trade him immediately.
Probably pull a Rantanen and just flip him at the deadline.
Yeah, I think that Rantanen thing really scared teams.
Mhm.
I think it really did. The
No, but it worked perfectly
Yeah.
for
it
Colorado,
ended
man.
up
It was
working
perfect.
perfectly. Actually, did end up working
Mhm.
perfectly. Right, man.
And they're all bent out of shape over it.
Yes.
Look at what you guys got.
Yeah. Look at all this pressure. Yeah. Look at this. Just incredible. Yeah. Nailed it, man. You got some good takes, man. Seriously. Oh yeah. Quinn
Mhm.
Hughes had to shoulder a lot. I think we saw that best version of Quinn Hughes like year before, right? 2 years ago. Like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna play play the way that I know. And then now it's like to see it happen like this, play out like this is so sad.
Mhm.
Injury riddle season last season to all the noise this season, it's so bad, terrible.
No, but it was a good run. Like I was telling
Mhm.
people, like we shouldn't be sad that he's leaving. We should just be happy we got to experience it, right?
Mhm.
Because just to see him go every summer, another notch, another gear up, and just
Mhm.
like just kill it, almost getting Norris, and then he's like, screw that. So the next year he goes and wins the Norris. Like it's just
Yeah.
Well, he accomplished pretty much everything he could do individually. It's just the team aspect he couldn't help any more than he could.
yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
That's the sad part, right? We wasted his talents. That's why I'm so sad. And then that he's not here
Mhm.
anymore and we don't get to see it.
No, but imagine the 23-24 season, round two, they beat Edmonton and they get to the finals. Do you think they'd be swept by Florida?
No, I don't think they'll be
No.
swept.
See, that would have been nice. At least get to the Stanley Cup Finals, and then at least we can say we got there again. And it only took 13 years. Or sorry, no, it took another 12 years.
Yeah.
12, 13 years, yeah.
Let's see here.
Mhm.
The three former first rounders fills three team needs and under 25 years plus age plus yeah, a first in a deep draft. Yeah, exactly. So it's not too bad, honestly, but like yeah, it just takes a while to get over that Quinn Hughes is not a Canuck anymore.
That
Right? I didn't
hurts.
expect going to this weekend that would be a thing. I thought it might be closer to a January, February thing. I didn't think it was now.
So
Yeah.
you're thinking January, end of January too, huh?
Yeah, I was. Especially after the news came out, or especially how the last 2 weeks went. I was like, how can anybody go through all this noise and be like, yep, I'm going to make it all the way to July 1st and sign it so that we can shut people up? Like it just, I just couldn't see how he could do that. Yeah. Babysitting EP40 and JT drama last year. Straight chatter about his brothers, all 4 years playing for a shitty team, not getting close to contending while watching like 3 or 4 coaches go. Me seen it all. You guys saw that clip of Quinn Hughes? I think he yelled at like PD or for something.
No. That was blown out of proportion. That was not. I went back and looked at a few of them, a few
Yeah.
other posts. It wasn't him swear. He said, just win the face off, I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking take care of it. Something along those lines. It wasn't like you're a fucking idiot, PD. Like I don't think he'd ever say that to PD.
Mhm.
He did use the F bomb, and the reason why, like, I saw that, why it all looked so bad is because as soon as Quinn did the F bomb or whatever we supposed it was, then Garland gave PD a
Garland.
stick tap. Yeah, and I was like, okay, what the heck is going on? But I think it's just the timing of it all. But yeah, we'll see. Pocket is an ex-Flyer also. Yes, he is.
Mhm.
Hronik contract features both a no movement and a no trade clause. Hard to dispute that. I heard Gretzky in a podcast speak on Talkit. By the sounds of it, he really wanted to make it work in Vancouver, but once Torts was fired, his dream job essentially became available. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe. I mean, these things you'll never know fully, right? So,
Maybe they'll tell us in like 20 years.
They might. They might. Yeah. These are guys that can be projected to be the number one pick for sure. Yeah, Lawrence bumped up. He's getting hot and bumped up all the way to number one, just like that. Not even in that top three, and got bumped all the way to one.
Gotta look into this guy.
Look into him. He's not bad. It's a big step for them actually saying the R word. What a big step it is. Now, do you believe it is the next question? Are the next moves that follow this show rebuild? Or is it let's try to fix things quickly?
It sounds more like a PR stunt, to be honest. Because
Like a
the jersey yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the jersey on the ice yesterday, usually, when the jersey comes on the ice, Boudreaux gets fired a month later. The jersey goes on the ice. Travis Green and Benning get fired the next day. So they had to do something to do damage control to use that rebuild because so many people are voicing it either through media or through, the actual sports media was saying it. So I think they're forced. And obviously ownership has to okay this before this press goes out, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's more to save it and see, okay, we have these new guys. Hopefully, people will come back in and the resale value won't be as low again. And, they'll have more people come to the games. I think it's more of that.
See that? Oh, man. Now we just got to have them continue and not fall back in their own ways, yes. Especially if we get a post-trade bump like we do with coaches. That's why I'm scared of post-trade success in short term. Guys, this is also such a Canuck thing. Let's just say for some reason with these trades and all of a sudden we go to on a 5-game win streak. And it's like, oh man, guys. Like a 5-game win streak might get us within 3 or 4 points of a playoff spot, and then everyone's gonna be like, yeah. Right, this trade's worth it. Let's go for it this year. Let's try to make the playoffs this year. That stuff would bother me so much. Right? I don't know. Wouldn't that bother you guys? It's insane to me. So I don't even want to see it because every team, even bad teams, are capable of winning streaks. Right?
No, it's kind of like last year, when Marcus Pettersson came, Doc came, and Doc actually played very well the first few games, scored a shorthanded.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that I kind of worry that, these new players coming in, they get a bit more playing time, they get more of a different environment that they're not locked down like when they were in Minnesota, and boom, there's like the winning streak. Because honestly, the Canucks didn't play bad the last 3 games. It's just the shots didn't go in. Their shots were terrible decision wise.
Yeah. So now we'll see, right? Because there's going to be a new type of energy in the locker room now. A new type, right? So we shall see where it goes. But more selling of the bets. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
More selling of the bets.
I honestly want to know. I hope they interview Garland tomorrow after the practice. I really want to hear what Garland would say. Because didn't Garland just name his child, the middle name of his child, Quinn? They're that close. And he resigned here mainly probably just to be with Quinn, and then now he ends up getting traded away. Which, come on, Demmer, Garland, Besser even signed just for the sake of that, and he's gone. Do they want to stay? That's another question.
Well, now that you brought that up, it made me think of something really even crazy. Like crazy thought just came to my head. What if Demko and Garland signed in extensions, but they knew that there was a possibility that Quinn wouldn't stay? They're gonna say, "You can trade me in this 1 year before my no trade clause kicks in."
Bro, that's fucking savage. That is so savage, man.
I'm just saying.
No, because it was their previous contract, right? They didn't
I know.
have no trade.
I know.
But so they thought that Quinn
saying.
would know if he would resign or not before their contract kicks in. So they're like, we want stability. We don't want to be traded if Quinn doesn't.
Yeah.
But right now, if he gets traded, then might as well just trade us too, kind of deal. Shit. Okay.
That's a take, right? I don't know, but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a really good take.
just think about it, right? If they're best friends and then they're like, hey, sign here, they're not gonna be like, oh, it's not like Quinn that says to them, well, if you guys resign, you up my chances to resign here up to 50%, but no guarantees. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be like that to his buddies. He's probably gonna be like, yeah, we'll see how the season plays out, but there's a chance that I don't want to be here, right? So, yeah, I mean, you resign all those guys that are good friends with Quinn to try to keep him here, right? But he still ended up wanting to leave. So you can still trade those guys. You still can. I just think that on the team, Besser's the closest one to being a lifer, right? He got the most disrespect and he still came back. He's like plan C because Dvorak didn't come back or didn't come here, right? So we shall see. Love Quinn, but he started doing, yeah, well, he did the JT act, like he gave up on plays and he had like that body language. This is the things that we never seen until this season, right? And then you could tell that he is like just only a matter of time. Yeah. It was so good. Love this approach every year. Yes. Let's see here. I think we would have taken 1 or 2 games if Demko and Besser returned with Seelovs maybe swept. Oh, I think he's talking about like if we made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. This could have been it. We shall see. Problem is too many Canuck fans don't know hockey, so they call trade garbage days before first games played start for any players involved. Center depth is gonna get better at Coots next year. Okay.
Do you guys know when we play Minnesota yet?
Somebody say April, or we're playing in Minnesota.
April 2nd. April 2nd. Yeah. April
That'd be
2nd
nice
in
if
Minnesota.
Hayden back. David can welcome Quinn back. It's gonna suck.
We gotta wait till next year to welcome Quinn back. Yep.
I definitely want to go to that game. Then I'll probably cry in my face.
That'd be a game to go to for sure. Quinn was probably gonna be emotional too.
I think we should all meet up someday and go to a game like that.
Yes. Crazy. Be awesome. What band needs what sell the team to give? Yeah, well, I mean, not many. Everyone knows. I haven't met one person that says, "Shut up! You know what you're talking about. The owner's awesome." I have not met one person who said that to my face. So, man,
sell it to Michael Bublé.
Yes. This is what we wanted, and because
Reynolds.
it was so bad, yes, they were forced to do this, and now the rebuild will start unless they lie to us again. Please, no more lying. Japan 4, you're right. Like, this is what we wanted. We really wanted this, and now we need to get it. Lose the lottery, drafted 15 again. Sean Johnson, what are you going on? Well, I haven't seen Sean Johnson comment since Irvin asked him to go on.
Is he here?
I have no clue.
Oh,
Every time I ask him to go on, he doesn't say anything. Canucks going on a winning streak. You know it. After years of BS from this organization, everything is a PR stunt. They talk a big game thinking we will fall for it, but this fan base is smart and we ain't falling for it. Consistent actions speak louder. Do you know the last time some sort of R word was mentioned, or the rebuild word was mentioned? Was it Trevor Linden, but reluctantly saying, if you guys want to call it a rebuild, then it is? Was that the last time?
Yeah. No. Benning actually threw out the whole retool.
But the actual word rebuild was used by Linden, not Benning, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, I think Gillis tried to do it.
Yeah, all these things we're finding out years later, right? What Gillis wanted to do. It's crazy. All these years later, we find out.
It only took 12 years or 13 years. So maybe we'll find out about Talkit in over a decade. and then we'll find out about the whole Quinn situation in over a decade.
Maybe even the PD Miller thing too.
Yeah.
I would love to know.
Garland gets traded. You
I
guys
know Besser's upset too because he was really close to Quinn too, right, guys?
Yeah.
We were around here from Besser too, probably.
Has anyone ever said their hot take yet? My buddy Hughes is gone. Now trade me back to my hometown. It's Besser.
That'd be pretty crazy. That'd be pretty crazy.
Trade me back to my hometown. Besser.
Like,
Yeah,
I never even told my boyfriend Jemiah about this, but I'm going to.
Yeah, I even said it was ironic. Quinn is the one who goes to Minnesota, not Brock.
Yeah. Hey, wasn't Dumba on waivers or something today? Not saying we get him, but
Yeah, I saw that.
Matt Dumba?
yeah.
Matt Dumba, yeah.
Damn,
Right, man. At one point, we wanted to trade him for Besser. Like, what the hell?
that's crazy.
Don't trade
For
my
that?
best.
Easy.
Don't trade my Besser boy, please don't. I'll be more heartbroken.
Besser's the last OG left.
Mm-hmm.
Is he not? Oh, you know what? If you're talking about
Right.
OG, he's the last player to play with Sedin's on the team still, on active roster.
Yes.
Right? I think Breezewall and Demko just missed the cut. But I think Besser's legit the last guy. Yeah. Trade Garland for first round picks, and we have 3 first round picks. Dude, if you could even get Sherwood for first rounder, you have 4 first rounders. That's why everyone's pushing for. You can literally have 4 first rounders for this draft if you do it properly.
That'd be pretty sick.
Just
Dude,
saying.
imagine it.
Fuck.
Imagine if we had that. If we had that for the Bedard draft, that would have been.
All you had to do was do 2 drafts like that, and you hit on at least half of them. Right? I mean, you should hit on 3 of the 4, but if you hit on even just half of them, that's 4 guys on your roster. Right? Like, you need more ammo to do this.
Do we need to talk about 2014? Do we need to talk about 2014, man? Fuck, man.
That 2014 thing that came out.
Kessler draft picks, Burrows draft picks. That would have been 4 total. You did a post on it, didn't you? You did an infographic about it.
On that.
Imagine that. That would have changed the whole trajectory already.
Right? You do that, and then the following year, if you want to trade out the aging vets of Edler, Hamhuis, Bieksa, and you want to do that, you cycle the same way. You could have fixed it in 2-3 years. It could have been done. Right?
That's why Gillis was so smart, but they fired his ass because they didn't want to rebuild. They're delusional.
Gillis, by the way, after Gillis, Canucks organization was never seen as the number 1 class in organization. Everybody thought Gillis ran like the most classiest organization and most ahead of his time. It's never even come close to that. And that's not even being disrespectful to Linden. It just never came close.
No, right? But Linden was never a GM. He was just the president.
I know. But
he didn't get a say. And he hired a GM to fire himself, which is so ironic.
Dude, but that's what happens when it's like a rookie hiring a rookie. That's literally what happened that year, right? Linden, rookie, president hired rookie GM, and rookie GM hired rookie coach. It was all straight rookies at the time, and I'm not being disrespectful, but like, yeah. Right. Canucks can get 3 first round, like I just mentioned. We can get even 4, right? And get lots of.
Probably welcome Josh Cota back next month to Vancouver, probably.
You want Dakota Joshua back?
Yeah, like he plays next month against Canucks.
31st, January 31st.
Yes. Let's hear. I say try and get another mid-round first and trade that and a third for top 4 defensemen, top 10 to get Malhotra's kid at 7. There's a lot of wheeling and dealing here. I just don't know if any GM has Burke like magic.
Hey Russell, are you going to come join us, Russell?
Just doing it. Yeah. I can imagine Meyer just strolling into the locker room like, don't worry, guys, we're all still millionaires and go golf all summer for the next 4 years. Cheer up. Their lives are like a vacation. Gosh. Thanks. Appreciate Appreciate this. Wearing my bag over my head at the game. 9:53:43. 3 core guys gone. Just like that in 2 years, right? Is it? It is, right? Horvat was gone in 2023, right? So
Yes.
so in 2 years,
Horvat,
we lost
JT, and
guys.
then
Yeah.
We lost 3 guys in 2
In
years.
3 years. Wait.
2 years. Horvat was 2 years ago, right?
True. 2 years.
Oh, it will be 3 years in January. If we're gonna
It
go
will be
legit.
3 years. Yeah.
Yep. Damn. Yeah. No Dumba, right? Everybody said no to Dumba in the chat.
yeah.
No Dumba. That would be
Kinda.
get some Canadian mix, and we have some what?
Amera sweets.
no.
No, no Swedish touch, right, Gerald?
Yes.
Oh my god. It's a Swedish connection, man.
Yes. What chaos is this?
Russell.
The Canucks are gonna make it further in the playoffs of the Wild this year. Whoa.
Do you guys know when the trade happened? Was it today or yesterday? Because I found out today.
It happened at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So they were probably skating, I'm guessing.
I think they were
Canucks?
traveling. They were traveling.
No, they were
traveling.
on the flight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did Quinn go on that flight, or would he stay back? We never know.
Oh no, he
I
went
think,
to New York
he
with
went-
the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's probably flying from New York to. Are they in Minnesota? Or are they in
Yeah.
Ottawa?
No, in Minnesota.
In Minnesota. Okay. But
Call me snakes. Sorry. Go ahead.
you were talking about a hot take. There's one right there from Russell. The Canucks are going to make it further in the playoffs than the Wild this year.
Dude, that would make the Wild look so bad. And then and then Quinn Hughes is like, just trade me back to Van. If that's the case, right? Like, holy shit.
And then Justin's prediction works.
It worked out.
They're like, we'll give you Rossi, and Ober. We'll keep the other defenseman. You can have our second.
Yes. That would be awesome.
No, but imagine if Wild actually falter, either lose in the first round or don't make the playoffs, that pick could potentially be top 15.
Yes. It very well
Right?
could be. It very
Right?
well could be. Honestly. And if they don't do well, and then Quinn's like, also get me out of here. Can you imagine? Like, man. Whew.
Then
I
for
don't know.
sure he
Yep.
wouldn't resign.
Pull a Rantanen.
Paul Rantanen, we never know.
No.
I don't know. if
Back to
Russell wants
Vancouver.
join us. Let's see. Yeah. That'd be crazy. Love Besser, heart and loyalty to us, but to be honest, his best days are not here with us. He doesn't have a prime EP40 or JT with him anymore. Setting him up and skating has looked much worse since his injury. Yeah. It's
Kind of slow. It's ever since the door incident when he fell into the.
You guys know whose fault that is, right? If we're blaming people.
Who was it? I can't remember.
JV.
Oh right.
I heard he had one job. It was to close the door for the players, and he didn't do this. I heard that. I heard. It's so bad.
Oh my god.
One job.
Yeah.
Close the
That's
door.
Besser had so much potential, man, at that point. And then ever since that injury, I don't think he's ever been the same.
Dude, have you ever seen Brock better than his first year? I know he got the 40 goals, but I've never seen him look that dangerous ever again.
No. I mean, look at him when he was at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
First time. He was like fanboying over Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
He won the accuracy, the shot contest.
Yeah.
And then after that, it just went downhill. Like his shot was so different. He had to alter his game to a point where that's why he plays defense now and plays in the dirty areas. If not, like those games that he tied, especially against Nashville, those games, it's all shots from the side of the net, not the ones that he usually did in the first year.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Imagine mini bombs rest of the season, miss playoffs, and that unprotected pick turns top 10. Oh man,
I would love that.
Yeah.
dude, there's so much good talent, man. There's so much good talent. I'm telling you,
Bro,
there's so
Billy
much.
G would get fired right
Mhm.
away.
Yeah. If that turns top 10, there's Caleb Malhotra right there.
And
And
then our first
Estro,
pick.
you got me on the Caleb Malhotra train. As soon as you said Malhotra, I'm like, sold.
No. Did you look at his stats though? Like, so this kid is big, two-way center. They compare him to a taller, bigger Nick Suzuki. So it's actually like this kid, man, he's gonna be good. Seriously. Really high IQ, hockey IQ. As a center,
Mhm,
top line forward
mhm.
is the ceiling.
You had me at Nick Suzuki, man. You had me there. I don't even have to look at his stats. You had me comparing him to Suzuki. Wow.
Yeah.
Would you guys? Would you guys? Let's just say the Minnesota pick ended up being 15th.
Yeah.
Would you? Would you trade it if it meant getting like a 19 and 24 or something like that, just to move back some, and then but you get 2 more shots in the first round?
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Yep.
if you're not able to get so it depends on their scouting, right? So
Yeah.
if their scouting has these players and they could potentially get both, why not trade down, right?
Hmm.
It definitely would be worth it. And you get so instead of the 2 first round picks, you end up getting 3 in total.
Yeah. Well, that's what Pittsburgh did. They turned our Marcus Pedersen top 13 pick into something like that, the 19 or 24. I don't remember exactly. That's what they did. Yeah. Which is crazy.
No, but here's the question. If you're able to draft someone that is like, I mean, I'm not saying necessarily Caleb Malhotra. Like, I'm high on him because I've been looking at his stats and all of that. And
Mhm.
also, it would be nice to have Manny's son play for the team.
Yeah.
Uh, like, would you move up? Would you trade up just to get that one player?
Mm. I when's the last time we traded up?
I don't know. The only time that I remember would probably be the Berkey one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like how badly have teams like really traded up just to get their guy, because the price is very steep just to move up, right? Like even a few spots. Sometimes it even costs a second rounder to move up like 3 spots.
I
It's pretty.
think Edmonton and Islanders did something like that maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty steep, man. So I think just knowing this regime, I think if they don't get their guy, they're gonna trade back to get a couple more picks. I don't think they'll go up to get their guy though. I don't think this regime would. It's like if you look back at the past videos, they'll be like, okay, if our guy's not there, then we're gonna trade the pick and move it back. Like I've heard them say it a few times. So
Yeah, but first round picks are also like hot potatoes for Jim Rutherford. Like they just it never stays in their hands that long, man.
well, this one they say they're gonna draft with it, so let's hope.
Unless it's for a good young player. So with that said, would they trade up to get that player? Like say if someone drafted them and then they're like, here, we'll trade you this pick for that player. I mean that could potentially work.
That could, yeah,
Yeah.
that could work.
Yeah. Rutherford's probably going to be going like this with the first round picks.
Yeah.
Hot potato.
Yes. Let's go
I thought
here.
you're 6'7" in that shit.
Oh my gosh, 6'7".
I realized Vancouver needs to update your roster. If you guys look at it, like Quinn is so honor.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
Even Puckpedia has everything updated, but the
Yeah.
Canucks' own
Yes.
roster is not updated.
Yes. Let's see here. If Minnesota doesn't re-sign Hughes or win a cup in the 2 playoffs they have him, the Canucks won this trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnie is literally throwing a lot to get this run, and no guarantees Quinn Hughes resigns, right?
Mhm.
So
It's
yes,
it's actually, if you look at it from their perspective, I think a lot of people, the consensus in the league is Minnie gave up a lot for a rental because
Mhm.
everyone thinks that he wants to play with his brothers, and that goes back to you know what, Rutherford maybe already knew Quinn was not going to come back last year when he said, oh, he wants
yeah.
to play with his brothers. He dropped that
Mhm.
bomb, right? So at that
Mhm.
point, if that's actually true, like it makes sense, kind of makes sense why he said that at that point.
Mhm.
And if you know they aren't going to be able to re-sign him before September 15th of 26, you might as well just trade him away. Because but the other issue is, does Quinn really want to sign an 8-year deal? Like he could probably fetch whatever. Like he probably fetch more money if he did short-term deals of like 3 years, 4 years, and then re-sign with another team. He doesn't need that security that some other players like, what is it, Tanner Janot, that got that huge ass bank,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, man. This they're banking on a lot, but is Quinn Hughes Brock favorite the best pairing in the league now?
I don't know, but they're aren't they both on Team USA?
I think so.
Mhm.
And Brock
I think,
Faber is a righty, right?
yeah.
So
Mhm.
you got that's a pretty sick pairing, man. Like that power play or not, like just 5-on-5. That's like that Corsi is just gonna be off the charts.
No, but look at it. Like if they play the traditional four forwards and a D-man on their PP, then you pretty much, you know, Hughes on one, Faber on the other, your PP's already set, and then you have your four forwards. It's gonna be such a sick team, man.
Well, when can you imagine if they pulled a goalie and then both those defensemen are on, they have four forwards? Like that's just
That's dangerous.
dude,
It's absolutely disgusting.
I, that's what Minnie's banking on to tell Hughes like
Mhm.
we can be set for a decade, right? Like for a decade with that lineup.
I was just asking Russell if you guys could come to his live stream and do a live with Russell if you guys are at the Canucks game sometime.
Yes, that's cool. Yeah,
Because I see Tyler does it sometimes, right, Tyler?
Yeah.
yeah. I am going to sleep soon, guys. I'm pretty
Mhm.
tired. I'm just gonna go through some more comments. I just a few more here that I can see. Oh man,
Yeah,
where
let's
is
call
it?
it. It's gonna be
We
like
gotta
10 hours
yeah,
for Tyler.
yeah, yeah. Just incredible said this. I would still take Taves and McCarr, but it's very close with Hughes' favor.
Mhm.
Ooh, Taves McCarr. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people forget about Taves and McCarr. Well, not McCarr, but Taves.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Oof.
he's on a really friendly deal. I think he
Mhm.
signed for like seven for seven, something around that.
Taves
Yeah.
McCarr is pretty good,
I
man.
think he took a discount to stay in Colorado.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
Well, right now, Taves and McCarr are the top pairing for Team Canada.
Mm.
So it's Taves McCarr top pairing versus on US. Is that the top pair? Hughes Faber,
I think so.
I think, yeah.
dude. That's literally Team US versus Team Canada. Like that's just fucking. That's just
Yeah, so or Wild versus Avs, man. Imagine if they play each other
in the playoffs.
in the playoffs.
Oh,
That'd be pretty sick.
would that not be fun to watch? My gosh. Yeah.
And then Wild overtake the Avs. Oh man, then that would, man. Then Twin probably has a chance.
Well, do you guys think? Well, actually, we'll watch some games to see if Quinn Hughes even tries to hold on to the puck as long as he normally does. Now that Faber's there.
I don't think he needs to anymore.
I don't think he needs to. I think for the Canucks, I think he was holding on to it a little too long. but
Yeah.
because he had to, I feel. But I don't think he has to now.
Too bad Quinn can't play hit against his brothers for the last game of Canucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah. After this trade, that pretty much meant no
Nope.
Hughes Bowl.
No.
They can
Still
still have it when Minnesota plays them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Actually, just got me thinking. Do you think this was on purpose, them doing it before they play New Jersey on Sunday? That kind of
Just to
just popped
screw
into
with
my
them?
head.
Just
Yeah,
to
just
screw with them.
like just the timing of it.
No, I honestly think it's because the locker room, the jersey, and all the distractions, they really needed a reset. And it was just,
The
it
noise
just
was
so
too
happened.
loud. It's too
Yeah.
loud, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So many things getting posted every day, and new teams gonna keep jumping in. And remember, every day that went by, oh, the new team joined in on the Quinn Hughes sweepstakes, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of glad, not to try to be right or whatever, but I'm actually kind of glad that the notion that no one was going to trade anything of significance for a rental, that's put
Yeah.
to rest. I'm so
Mhm.
glad because New Jersey fans were acting so cocky. Like, honestly, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
crazy.
They're like, we'll sign him in a year and a half. Okay,
Oh
yeah, you
my
go
god, it
do
was
that then.
way too
You
Yeah,
go
much.
do
okay.
that.
It was
You
way
go do
too
that.
much. So I'm glad that they put this to rest. Great player is going to be a great player and got all this, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Justin's right. It was getting louder each day. But I do think them throwing that jersey on the ice was the final straw.
No, but they were also saying this deal has been in the works for the last week. So I
Yeah.
think it was that centerpiece.
That they were
of-
trying to nail down.
Yeah.
So
Or maybe the Canucks actually asked for 2 first-round picks, and they're like, no, fuck it. I keep them.
yeah.
And then they just gave up, and they're like, okay, fine, 4 pieces is enough. And then let's just get it done. We need this noise done.
Yeah. And then maybe the Wild were like, here, we'll throw in Bouillon, and that may have sealed it. Because they're saying that was probably the big piece. It's
Yeah.
not Rossi. It is the defenseman coming back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yes. All right, guys. I'm gonna
Cool.
sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you guys being on here.
Yeah.
All of
No
you.
worries.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
for having us. Yeah.
Another one. Another time.
Maybe
Take
to
care.
end on a light note,
Yeah.
why don't I do my I did this on my stream. Why don't I do my Patrick
my
Levine
God.
impression?
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me.
Vancouver Canucks.
Okay. I got you. I got you,
Gerald.
Gerald.
Vancouver.
I got you. I understand
This is what I have to deal with for 5 hours. So
that impression.
This is what you have to deal with after I haven't slept in over almost. I think I'm at almost 30 hours now. Well over
that's
24.
intense, man. Just you should go get some sleep, man.
Yeah.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got to.
Okay,
No.
go get some sleep.
I'm off until
Okay.
I'm off tomorrow, and then I work Sunday.
Okay, cool. Oh, right.
Yeah.
But we'll connect tomorrow. Yeah, I'll need to connect with both of you tomorrow, anyways. Or, yeah. So,
Jared, are you still doing a post game on Sunday after the Canucks game?
yeah, Tyler and I will have to talk about, the.
I could probably
Yeah.
join you because I want to try to do a live one day.
I have to double check with Tyler first because we're still figuring out the access because now he's part of the network. We're just gonna see how we're gonna do it. But we'll just keep your notification bell on, and if I do go on, then you'll know. But if we don't, then I might wait until Tyler gets back from work and we'll do it at night.
Okay.
Are you
Just
guys gonna
before
come
play.
check out Russell's live stream on Sunday?
I do like
morning?
that comment from. Do you like that comment from Justin?
Which one?
Probably
Which
won't
one?
be Sunday morning. I work until 8:00. So the one about hey Tyler, you'll still be a better GM probably than the real Abby. I'll take it, Justin.
Sweet.
He'll take it. Oh,
Okay, let's call it.
sorry, guys. All right. I'm going to call it
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.